Hi metal lovers and creators of strong images. So in this video I will show you my favorite technique to get really down to the point, heavy metal style, strong images, strong contrast, and this method is not very obvious because it's so simple but so effective. So let me show you my passion right after the intro. So this is the image, how it came out of the camera. As you can see, I had two lights behind Thomas and then this oval reflector below him to give him some light on the front, under the chin, on the side of the face. And right above him, there was a 50 centimeter beauty dish with grid shooting down. So right down, not from the front. So that basically, that's the light on the head. And I just don't want to bore you with the small stuff I did, so I just, as you can see on the head, I removed some dots there, and then when you watch the hand and the ears, I just made it a little bit brighter because for me it was too dark. So what we are going to do now is we are going to create a new layer and do the image, apply image, and use the standard settings. So what apply image is doing, everything you can see, it's basically producing a copy. So if you display this layer only, it's simply a copy of what was visible up to then. And I will copy this once again, but that's not necessary for the black and white version. I just want to show you something later on. So forget this second layer. I copied for now. What we need to do is we need to desaturate it. So you can either use a hue saturation layer and pull the saturation to 0, or you select the layer and press Shift Command or Shift Control U, which will also desaturate the whole image. And as you can see, it's black and white, but it's not very contrasty compared to what you have seen in the intro. And what we need to do is we need to copy it again. So we've got two identical black and white images now, and on the top, this one you can change, or you have to change the blend mode to either overlay or soft light. As you can see, overlay is a little bit stronger in contrast and soft light is a little bit softer. Since I like it strong, I will go with overlay. So this image looks already pretty close to what you have seen in the intro, but I will go one step further because I want to accentuate the highlights and the dark areas a little bit more. So for this, we need to copy the top layer because we will also use the blend mode overlay. So I copied both blend mode plus the layer. And as you can see, we now doubled the effect. So that's one layer, two layers. It's also something you can do, but I'm not heading for that. So I will choose Filter, Other, High Pass. And some of you might know this high pass filter technique as sharpening technique. So if you are not using the overlay blend mode, but the normal blend mode and very small radiuses of like 0.5 to 3 or 4 pixels, it will sharpen the image. But what we are going to do is we are going to use the higher values. So, and my intention is to take a look at this area and to really carve out the skull structure there. So let's see. Okay, here it's gone, as you can see. And now it's coming back. Yeah, so I will stick with around about 100. Click OK. So now I will show you what happened. So that's the high pass layer, filter layer on, off, on, off. It got more 3D, right? More three-dimensional. So take a look at this area, just it's the cheeks, right? So much more 3D effect-wise, but it also went over the top on the fingers, so it's too bright for me. So that was before, after, and also on the shoulder it's too bright. Plus the hand got too dark, so skin-wise it's much too dark, but that's happened on the layer below. So that's before, after, before, after. So I will apply 2 layer masks, so 1 to each layer, and get rid of the parts that went over the top. So I'm just choosing a brush, flow of 10%, a black brush color, and I will simply brush it out. Sorry, I was on the wrong layer. I need to go to the top layer. So as you can see, if you shift press the layer mask, it's switching off the layer mask. That's before, after, before, after. So same on the shoulder. So that's after, before, after. So now you can even see some structure of the jacket, and before it was nearly completely burned out. So as I said, the hand is too dark for me, so I will go to the layer below, to the layer mask, and also brush out the dark tones a bit. So that's after, shift click the layer mask again, before, after, before, after. So I got some little spill of the mask over here. So I will switch to white again and 100% flow and simply brush that out. So let's take a look. Let me put the effects layers into a group. So that's before and that's after. Very nice. So now let me show you that it's also working on color. And the important thing is, if you apply this to a color layer, that the layers you're working with are black and white, because otherwise the saturation will go over the board. Okay, so it's already pretty saturated because it got darker. And let me show you that's before, after, before, after. So for me, I just want to change the saturation a bit. So I'd simply put a hue saturation layer over the color layer, and that's it. Very nice. So, and what I did in addition, I just put some smoke onto the cigar, because what you could see in the original, I had some fogger for the background, and this smoke was from the cigar. It wasn't enough for me because I wanted to have a bad boy image basically, so I applied some smoke on top. That's it, guys. Effective, simple, straightforward, heavy metal style, strong images, strong emotions. If you liked it, if you love it as I do, please like and subscribe, because I'm really working hard on growing this channel. And otherwise, see you on the next video, and until then, never forget to listen to more heavy metal.